You're on.
Alright, this is Lucas reporting with the press. This is November 4th, 2012. Go ahead and walk backwards.
I don't want to do that.
We're here on the pier in Pacifica, and as you can see, there are quite a few people here, and they're gathered here to surf and fish.
I don't see any surfers.
That'd be kind of silly if there were surfers here on the pier. I mean, maybe there are surfers here on the pier, but they're probably not surfing right now. They're more interested in fishing, and they seem to have their coolers or their lunches, so they've got their food set up for themselves, and they'll be hanging out probably till it gets dark. It's a family-oriented event. We've got some kids fishing too. There are some rules and regulations, as you can see. There's no overhead casting, no inboard casting. 2 lines per person, and this is Pacifica Municipal Code 4-9.02. And we're going to be walking past a lot of different folks just gathering here together, and they don't have to spend any money on the fishing permit, because if you're on a pier, then you can just fish for free, and they don't have to spend any money on their fish because it just comes from the ocean. So this is what I see as one of the last aspects of people living off of the land, and it's it's a little crowded, and there's certain rules and regulations that people have to follow, and I understand that's a thing that's got to go on in today's society. But for the most part, these people are free. I don't see anyone messing with them. I see a lot of people with chairs, and they're hanging out. They're gonna spend their entire day here and feel so incredibly happy to be part of this temporary community that pops up every day, I suppose. Maybe it's Sunday today, so it could be specifically extra crowded, but like, look at this place. There are so many people here, and they're absolutely happy doing what they love to do, which is to fish off of the Pacific Ocean. We haven't actually seen anyone catch anything, but maybe we could get an interview with someone. Excuse me, sir, can you do an interview real quick for a second, please?
No.
Okay. That's a decline to interview. Let's see if we can get one over here. Hey, could one of you guys do a real quick video interview for a second?
Oh, yeah.
How long have you been fishing here?
We've been here for about 5-6 years.
5-6 years? Do you catch fish here?
We catch crab. We come for crab season.
Okay, so you specifically use bait that's designed to catch
crabs, yeah.
And you are successful in that endeavor.
Chicken, yeah.
And right now it's crab
season?
season?
Or do you sell the crab to
We eat
other customers? So you're sustaining your own food habit.
Right.
Okay, great. What kind of nutrients do crabs have? Do you know?
I'm not really sure.
Okay. How do you cook them?
Boil them.
You boil them?
Crab boil.
Right on. You put them like with butter or vegetables or in a soup? Or
just a crab boil it, and then.
Okay, cool. So about how many crabs per year have you caught down here?
We haven't had any luck the last crab season, but the crab seasons in the past are pretty good.
Okay, so this year's not so good, but in previous years you've been
the
pretty
season
groovy?
just started. This is the second day.
Oh, I see. So is it a legal set number of months that you're allowed to fish
there's a certain amount of crabs you can catch per day.
Per day.
And then it has to be a certain size.
All right, and so folks come out here and check to make sure that you're abiding by those regulations?
Right.
Okay, that's to make sure that the population stays for the next generations to come.
Exactly, and you can't keep any female crabs. So.
Okay. And are there lists? Is there somewhere you could obtain a list of those rules? Because that's a lot of rules.
Yeah, you can. You can actually even go to the bait shop and they'll tell you the legal size.
Okay, so right down here at the base of this pier, you can talk to someone and they'll tell you everything you need to know about what the rules are.
How many are allowed to take home, the size
okay.
limit.
And what kind of tools would you need to use for crab catching?
You could use the fishing pole with a snare and put bait in there, or you can use the old-fashioned crab net.
Crab net. What does one of those look like?
Net with a little contraption in the middle. Put your bait in the middle.
Okay.
Toss out the net. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. I appreciate the time.
Cool.
So that's one variety of self-sustenance that he's had. He said last year wasn't so good, but previous years have been pretty groovy, and this year just started. This is his second day out on the job, he says. So I'm wishing him the best of luck. I hope he catches lots of crab to feed himself and his family. And these people here, it looks like is this a crab net? Could you explain to me how this all works here?
He will.
Can you explain? We're doing a little documentary on this fishing operation. I just wanted to know, how does this crab net work? Can I make one? I'm craftsman.
Yeah,
I can make stuff.
You can make it.
So what's this all about? How does it work?
Just like that. It's just like if you had a basketball hoop. You can take a
Okay.
basketball hoop and tie the end of the net and put a piece of fish or meat on there, and you throw it in the ocean.
Okay, so
the
these
crab's
are
gonna go.
chicken.
The thing about it is you gotta trap it.
Okay, so the idea is to get a crab to crawl into that. Is it going to go all the way to the bottom?
It's gotta go to the bottom.
It's got to go to the
It's gotta
bottom,
be flat.
and then the crab will walk in. About how many crabs are you going to get with one net load?
Probably about 3.
3
At
crabs?
least 3.
And,
the longer you keep it in there, the more they start really growing. They don't eat that fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once one crab is caught, will he tell all his buddies, "Hey, now don't come in here"? Or do they?
They pretty much don't notice it until they start seeing the light. But it's pretty dark out there.
Okay. So they're pretty happy. They're like, "Oh, I found some chicken. Whatever." They don't want to know. They don't care.
In the air.
Okay. Great. Are there certain regulations on what you need to do to? Are there certain crabs you can take and certain crabs you can't take?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, for the next 12 days, you can catch the ones commercial. They're out there right now.
Okay, but it's just for these 12 days. Why is that? Okay, 12 days. We got 12 days to catch as many crabs as we can, guys. 1, 2, 3, go! All right, thanks a lot. This is really exciting. It's crab season here in Pacifica. You're allowed to catch commercial crabs just as a civilian, as an unarmed civilian. You can come out here with you said a basketball hoop and then a larger piece of metal ring and attach them together with a net. That's something you can make at home for less than $20. And then you can bring out some chicken, get some old chicken that it maybe went bad. You don't want to feed it to your family, but you come out, the crab will eat it, and then you cook the crab and you feed the crab to your family. He says he catches about 3 crabs with 1 net full. Now that's a pretty high success rate, in my opinion. It looked like he had about a dozen chicken thighs, and so he could have caught 3 dozen. That's 36 crabs. He could catch 36 crabs, maximum success rate with that dozen chicken thighs. So I'm really excited to learn more about this crab season regulation and why they only get 12 days to harvest as many as they can. But I'm sure it's to preserve the population, so it's a noble cause to only allow these people to do this for 12 days. But it looks like they're very excited to take as many crabs as they can in the next 12 days. Lucas reporting with In League Press on the Pacifica Pier in Pacifica, California.